This is the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
Dear Renaissance City, regardless of recent and past events, I will always love you not only as my hometown, but a place of inspiration. Even though I have much more to experience ahead of me, a majority of the credit goes to you. So it's only right that I represent where I'm from.
I'm from Detroit, home of the real D-boys. We don't need decoys, we cannot be destroyed. My city is brilliant, beautiful, resilient. Hands up for the millions who keep on rebuilding. I'm from Detroit.
And the D's from Detroit, not the wannabe images that need to be destroyed. So I'm taking it back, there's no escaping the fact. This is where it came from, like making rain with a stack. As the haters dispute, I'ma make a tribute to the spirit of the city. All my faith is in you. From east, west, southwest, every day I salute. Paying my dues from the pavement, I cruise and facing the truth. That means I am my city, my hood, my fam. Know when you're down with me, I could die glad. We hope for better things, it shall rise from the ashes. That's the motto of the D. Open your eyes as you're passing the Institute of Arts. Campus marshes, Shane Park, Hart Plaza, Grand Circus Park. Ride the people moving, stop at every station it's got. You can tell we're headed straight for the top.
I'm from Detroit, home of the real D-boys. We don't need decoys, we cannot be destroyed. My city is brilliant, beautiful, resilient. Hands up for the millions who keep on rebuilding. I'm from Detroit.
City, cause a nation without this ain't mobile, is it? Who was there when you needed job support by the big three? Who was America's cavalry feeling both by the big fleet? Speaking of USA, this hits Bill, ring a bell. In the opposite lane, the Fisher Building as well. The historical museum, always willing to tell the history of a fortress, now the city we dwell. Can't forget who we wish never made departure. The lawyer we will always know is Mayor Archer. That man gave his heart, humble straight from the start, like a bass drummer in a marching band playing his part. A foolish man told me with no faith in his stare, if you make it out the D, you can make it anywhere. I done planted my seed, try to take it if you dare, but that's like trying to catch a plane in midair.
I'm from Detroit, home of the real D-boys. We don't need decoys, we cannot be destroyed. My city is brilliant, beautiful, resilient. Hands up for the millions who keep on rebuilding. I'm from Detroit.
Renaissance City in my heart, you're forever kept. I'm willing to take a gamble like I've got nothing left to bet. That we can make our city nothing less than the best of yet to come. We are the future, nothing like anything that you used to. If greatness is a beat, then let's be the producers. The fruits of our labor will always be worth the soup for the youth of tomorrow. Let's soup up.
When it seems like we're at the end of our road, once our dreams start to happen, don't lose your hope. We can bring back the shine we rightfully own. Every D-boy come back one more time, here we go. I'm from Detroit, home of the real D-boys. We don't need decoys, we cannot be destroyed. My city is brilliant, beautiful, resilient. Hands up for the millions who keep on rebuilding. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Detroit.
This is the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
All right, so I have some really good news to share, and I have some scary monsters to share. So the first thing I want to share, I think, is the scary monsters. The feds just came down and have assaulted the medical marijuana community. They've raided multiple locations. They've raided grows. They've raided collectives. They've raided directors' homes. I've gotten numerous phone calls from people that have received letters, that their landlords have received letters and they're being evicted. What's happening here is it's fostering a witch hunt, because the media And some of the press statements have been that the target of these feds are profiteers and people and collectives that are not doing it right. And so what's happening is many of the collectives believe themselves that they're doing everything right. They're being fully transparent and they're fully nonprofit and they're doing everything the way that they believe the state law says they're supposed to. And here's the trick. They're going after everybody. They're going after people that believed that they were doing everything right. They're going after people who had a team of attorneys setting their collective up in the most lawful possible way. The truth is, folks, they don't care. They're going after who they feel like going after. They're going after people that have received complaints. They're going after people they just have put their finger on a button and have been watching. So those of you who feel you're safe, you're not. Those of you who feel that it's somebody else that's causing this, they're not. This is a very clear case of a true enemy coming after us and dividing us up. And that's the big scary monster. It's us. We have to realize that it's our patience. This is our rights as individuals and our rights as patients, and the protection that our law that we voted for needs to protect us, and the only way it's going to is if we stand together as a community. Your collective, your group that you're a member of, the group that you lead, you need to not be exclusive. You need to realize that we are all together or we are nothing. So let's remember that most of the collectives out there are doing it because they're trying their best to be legitimate and they're trying their best to be legal and follow the law to the best of their ability. That's why most of us went through the trouble to incorporate and take out a business license and take out a seller's permit and go rent a building and put up a sign and do all of these things that legitimate businesses do. Most of us that did that because we believed that the law protected us. Okay, so we need to stand together. Unity in the community. I can't stress it enough. All the groups need to stand together. We need to stop attacking each other. We need to stop feeling like one of us is the reason for the other of us being persecuted. Our enemies are clear. Our enemies have uniforms. Our enemies have helmets. Our enemies have handcuffs. Our enemies have guns. Our enemies are not patients, and our enemies are not collective owners, and they're not advocacy leaders or groups. So let's pull our heads out and stand together, and let's support each other. Thank you.
Countdown to launch. The Medical Marijuana
Launch commit.
Radio Show.
Guidance is internal. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Power clear.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show is a production of the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855 Triple M Radio.
Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal.
Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855 Triple M.
It's a big news day. It's a big news day. Denise ain't here, but we are, folks. We are still indeed live in Detroit.
Okay, Steve is the host with the co-host Denise. Starting at noon Saturdays every week. Yes, we keeping you legal. Legislators and lawyers, doctors and the growers. The show is for the people. Michigan Medical Marijuana, no hassle. We talk about anything, any issue we can handle. Call us up and let us know what is on your mind. And make sure when you do it legal every time. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855 Triple M Radio.
Keep it legal.
Welcome to another Medical Marijuana Radio Show for December 13th, 2011. Oh gosh, we got this great music bringing in the show every day, and it really depresses me. when what's going on isn't the celebratory thing. It's not what's happening right now. You know, let me just pull this music out. I'm going to pull this down. Welcome to the show, guys. It's a big news day here in the medical marijuana field. It's just crazy. It's downright crazy. Boy, the news I'm about to lay on you is just crazy. If you want to join the program, folks, I'm just going to lay the number on you right away. 810-423-2350. If you're listening live, it's about 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're listening on the podcast, there's not. Unfortunately, you won't be able to call. But we'd love you to respond via the methods that we give you. There are some email places. There are some comment places, both on the YouTube site, on our site. You can email me directly, steve@radioweedshow.com. I'll read your comments on the air. I've got some today on this program to read to you. But they are the lesser right now of the important stuff that I have to bring your way. Part of what I have to bring your way is the idea, breaking news. Breaking news. More raids going down as we speak. As I'm talking to you at this moment, the M22 Collective is being raided. According to Eric Van Dusen, that's what's happening. Let me see if I can bring you the story as this is the information I have as it stands. Mr. Van Dusen follows these cases in the courts. And let me tell you that the collective in Traverse City, he says, is being raided right now, along with its other location in Acme. He's saying that this is exactly 13 days after the AG held his anti-medical marijuana meeting in Traverse City, right across the road from the collective. So for you people listening in Michigan, batten down the hatches, put on your helmets. They're aiming guns. And this is all at the hands of Mr. Shooty, Billy Bong. You know Billy Bong? Did you check out the song on iTunes from DJ Medspliff? It's the Billy Bong song. If you haven't had a chance, go down there and download it. You'll understand what's happening with our Attorney General here in the state of Michigan. It kind of outlines it well. It's 99 cents. Go get it. Or at least preview it. Listen to it on the preview and understand what's in there. There's everybody from Steph Scherer to Rick Thompson. Everybody's in there. Barb Agro's in there. Not everybody. A lot of people are in there. A lot. Monkey Paw as a cameo in there. It's the Billy Bong song. Go get it on iTunes. Search for Billy Bong. You'll see the horns on Bill Shooty. You can't miss them. So this is all in his hands. The M22 Collective in Leelanau County, which is unaffiliated with the collective in Traverse City and Acme, is also being raided currently. So you got the Blue Water, or you got the collective in Traverse City, you got the M22 Collective in Leelanau County, and the collective in Acme, all being raided right now. So, have you seen the no-knock raid video? Because I'll play it for you if you haven't seen it. It's by Lindy. I don't want to play it because it's depressing to me. It's a great song, the no-knock raid video. A lot of people have seen it already, so I'll spare you the details right now. If you haven't had a chance, go Google Lindy, the no-knock raid video. Lindy, L-I-N-D-Y, no-knock raid. Google it and watch it. It'll make you sick what they're 70 to 80,000 of those raids, the ones that are going down in Traverse City right now, in Acme right now, are just like what you see here. Look at the helmet cam video and the no-knock raid video. Oh, I almost want to play it for you, so you don't have to go look it up. But that's what's going on. Also, in the news today, I'm going to talk to you about this in another segment because I haven't got time in this first segment. You'll see this hit the papers, I think, most likely, in the coming days. It's certainly gone out to our state legislators. I can tell you I brought this to Hugh Crawford's office. I brought it to John Walsh's office. I brought it to probably hold a press conference about this. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I'm an HIV patient. Look, I'm transparent. I don't hide from anything. I don't hide from the fact that I'm a grower, as a patient and a caregiver. I abide by the law in our state of Michigan. The police have figured this out with me. And they know I don't play any games here. I depend on this. I have no reason to want to play in an illegal arena. I never did before. Why would I do it now? especially now. I depend on this. So here's the deal. And I don't know if I'll have time before the end of this segment to tell you. So I'll just tease it. I'll tell you what I'm going to talk about in this next segment. As an HIV patient, I went to my regular doctor this week. I have to go there a couple times a year at minimum to just make sure that everything's working right. I'm undetectable. I'm very healthy as a result of my infectious disease doctor, Dr. Charles Craig. Dr. Craig works he's a staff physician, I believe. He's the infectious disease doctor at the St. Joseph Macaulay Hospital in that would be Ann Arbor. Now, I see him at another wing of St. Joe's Hospital, St. Joe's Mercy, out in Howell, Michigan. I go out there and see him out there. He's a lot closer. He's a highly known doctor in the area. Look, he goes down and he takes care of people in other countries. He's part of the, I don't know if he's with the Doctors Without Borders, but he's gone down to Haiti. He's gone out of his way to help people who are in need. This is an elderly man. An awesome man. He's written my medical marijuana recommendation since the program began. I think it was one of the first people to request that from him. And he sees a number of other patients in my similar situation, and, well, people in a lot worse conditions than I am. I'm an HIV patient. I don't have AIDS. I did. When I first presented, I was an AIDS patient in Cleveland, Ohio, in Lakewood, actually, a suburb. They put me in a terminal ward. My doctor no longer will write a medical marijuana recommendation as a result of threats from the Attorney General's office. I'll read you the language of this letter. It's a shocking letter, people. I'll read you the language of this letter coming up in moments. Don't go away. There's much, much more to come. It's a big day on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Steve and Denise will be right back on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
The law offices of Targowski & Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski & Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski & Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski & Grow, 800-957-1069. If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenience you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discreet details right away. 888-369-3320. Hey, Steve Greene here for the medical marijuana certifications at AMMP. They're the American Medical Marijuana Professionals. You'll find them just north of Utica Road on Gratiot in Roseville. Their address is 28349. Now, call-ins are welcome, but you're better off calling for an appointment. They have a toll-free number, 877-RX-420-99. That's 877-RX-420-99 for American Medical Marijuana Professionals. That's AMMP on Gratiot in Roseville. The patient's place for medical marijuana and safe access is Third Coast. Beautiful downtown Ypsilanti is where you can get safe, affordable access to education and materials concerning your specific needs, and quality products designed to meet your exacting needs. It's the Third Coast, 19 North Hamilton in Ypsilanti. Convenient hours, friendly, professional, compassionate. Call Third Coast today, 734-487-5402. That's the Third Coast Compassion Center in downtown Ypsilanti, 734-487-5402.
The Greene Collective.
Hey, medical marijuana patients, it's time to discover what all the buzz is about in Ann Arbor.
The Greene Collective.
The Green Bee Collective is busy making sure your patient needs are met with high-quality, locally grown meds.
The Greene Collective.
Get to know the information, the research, the benefit available to your condition.
The Greene Collective.
Weekly specials in just minutes from downtown Ann Arbor and I-94.
The Greene Collective.
The details are sweet at MMMGreenBee.com. Call 734-929-2553 now.
It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Yeah, we're going to try and make it as merry as we can, considering the circumstances. Considering the circumstances, all we can do is the best we can do. And we're not going to do it, I would suggest that if the man coming down your chimney has an ATF sign on the back and is wearing a mask and has a gun, that's probably not Santa. It might be one of Billy Bong's, comrades. Might be one of the people he's shuffling about the state, Bill Schuette, our Attorney General in Michigan, trying to put you in jail. Deny you a medical marijuana defense. Oh, getting back to that subject. Hang on. A little cough there. Try not to expose you to the giant cough. So, the important thing you need to understand in Michigan, and they do this in other states too. In California, they got similar problems. There's stuff going down right now. I'll point you to it later. If you have a question, call me about it. I'll point you to it. But in Michigan, the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act has a couple of sections that address what it is, how the program works. And the two principal things that are being argued in court are Sections 4 and Sections 8. 4 and 8. Section 4 is the part of the Act that describes how you participate in the Act, who can participate in the Act, and by which means. So first, you have to be a qualifying patient. Second, you have to have a doctor's certification with a bona fide doctor. You have to have a bona fide doctor-patient relationship. It's right there in the language of the Act. So what is a bona fide doctor-patient relationship? Well, it's just like any other standard doctor-patient relationship that would, be made under normal terms. Can't really be a special terms doctor. When you go and you see him, and that's a normal doctor. That's what he does. I don't know. I'm no lawyer. I don't want to pigeonhole this for anybody. But just in layman's terms, that's what it means. You've got it's a genuine relationship you have with the doctor. It's not a paid favor relationship. So, they're not advocating for you because you gave them some money. They're working for you as your doctor. It's a bona fide one. It's genuine. And so in order to have a bona fide doctor-patient relationship, they have to keep, standard medical records. They have to do an exam. They have to, write down stuff about you. They have to note what your condition is and the palliative effects of the medicine that they're about to prescribe to you. And it's not a prescription in the state of Michigan or anywhere else. You can't prescribe medicine as a Schedule I controlled substance. What a joke. I have to choke back the vomit every time I say Schedule I and marijuana in the same sentence. Oh, there it goes again. It's a joke that it's a Schedule I. It is not a dangerous substance, and it certainly isn't addictive. People get addicted to everything. People get addicted to love. They get addicted to food. They get addicted to, germs. People are addicted in strange ways. This is not one that is physically addictive. Go take Vicodin, in about 750 milligrams. I'm not even going to get into that. Go take a standard dosage of Vicodin for an excess of a week. And then suddenly stop taking them and see how you feel there. You're gonna be addicted. You're gonna be going through similar things that heroin addicts go through. It doesn't take very long, and this is one of the problems in our country. The pumping of these. Look, I'll read something to the president's taking action against it right now. The Medicare fraud going on with the Oxycontins and the Vicodins and the Percocets. People doctor shopping and running around. They're addicted to these substances, and there's a mechanism in place for the pharmaceutical companies to want to take part of this behind the scenes, anonymously. Look, we didn't file them. We didn't do the fraud, but we collected the money. We didn't do the fraud. The guy that turned all that stuff in did the fraud. They just sold our drugs. That's what they are, people. They're drug peddlers. Don't forget that. They might be Merck, and they might be Pfizer, and they're drug peddlers. They want to hide under all this medical stuff, but they're still drug peddlers. There's still an incentive for them to make lots and lots of money. Wow, the mountains of money. Go turn on your TV news, your network news at night. Count how many of those commercials are pharmaceutical commercials. They were non-existent 15 years ago. Never saw a single ad for a single drug 15 years ago. Didn't exist. You know why? Because it was part of their own, ethics, that they didn't advertise medicine, so they didn't look like the people that they are, drug peddlers. They've lost touch with that notion because it was a self-enforcement. It wasn't a mandate. It's not breaking the law, advertising a medicine. But for years and years, just like you don't see heavy booze commercials on TV either. You don't see cigarette commercials either. For the same reason. Now, TV commercial, I think there's an actual ban on advertising. I think there's a congressional ban on it for cigarettes. I don't think one exists for the booze people. I think this is self-enforced mostly by the networks. Nobody wants to carry the Crown Royal commercial right next to the, Toys R Us kids sale for Christmas. They don't like that. Neither one of those companies like that. So you don't see generally the booze. Now you'll see them on cable, but you don't see them anyway. Back to the point with the Bill Shooty. Back to the point with the way that they're hunting this down. When it comes to the act in Michigan, the act describes you as being eligible under Section 4. And if you have a bona fide doctor-patient relationship, then you get the protection of Section 8. Now, that's just one of the things they could say that you don't qualify for. You could have a bona fide doctor-patient relationship, but have over it. You could be over your allowed limits. That takes your Section 8 defense away, too. Anything that you don't comply with in Section 4, you do not get the defense of Section 8. That's how the courts have held this. And I don't think that's going to change, honestly. I'm not even reading the tea leaves here. That's just what it is in black and white. That's how the records have indicated so far. The courts have ruled this way. So now, since the program began, at least in my personal instance, and this all relates to you, this show's not about me. I'm just surprised that this happened to me. I'm surprised I'm not reporting about this about somebody else. I'd be just as incensed. I'm mad for you about this, just as much as I'm mad for me. I kind of told you. So in order to have a bona fide doctor-patient relationship, they don't really want you going to one of these quote-unquote pot docs. See, they want to call that selling your signature. That guy's not a bona fide doctor. He's just taking your money and signing your recommendation. No, that doesn't count. You don't get no criminal defense there. No. That's what they're looking at, see? Every one of you people that are going out and getting certified, you ask your doctor if he's willing to, the guy that's signing your certification, you ask him, are you willing, if it ever comes up, are you willing to willingly come in and testify in court as to your relationship with me? So that if there's ever a question about whether our doctor-patient relationship is indeed a bona fide one, that you'll stand up for that idea. And that you can articulate for the court how this medicine is palliative for me, how it has a positive effect for me. And that you can show people that you have medical records and that you've conducted a physical exam. If the guy says no to any one of those things, turn around and march out with your money, because you're not buying anything more than his signature, and you're not going to get a defense in court. Just telling you. You're not going to get that argument. It's not going to ever get made. They're going to deny you that argument. Sit down, shut up, and put the cuffs on, because that's how it's going to be. I'm just telling you. So the doctor, I go in for my checkup, and the doctor writes me this letter, and this is earth-shaking, that the Attorney General would have this effect, and the rest of the show ties into this. This all centralizes around the Bill Shooty thing. The Bill Shooty theme, old Billy Bong, Mr. BS, our Attorney General, the guy who's supposed to stand up for the people of Michigan. He's your lawyer, guys. You elected him to be your lawyer. No, he's your prosecutor. He's the guy coming in and stabbing you in the back. At least he is me. I'll read you the effect of our Attorney General's recent runnings around the state. He's gone to 4 different locations. I'll tell you what their locations were. Traverse City, Saginaw, Lansing. Traverse City, Saginaw, Livonia, Grand Rapids. Held seminars explaining to government people only. Nobody else is allowed. You media guys stay the hell out. And if you do come in, we're only going to let you see the last half hour. Or the first half hour. Everything else, it's a day-long seminar. They're going to eat twice there. We FOIA'd them on it. The medical marijuana community, and I'll give credit to the people who did this. I don't have it in front of me. They FOIA'd them on it. That's the Freedom of Information Act. We're going to find out how much Billy Bong spent running around with these closed-door meetings, violating, I think, the Open Meetings Act, if you ask me. Telling people how to call people criminal. 13 days later, they're raiding people up in Traverse City. Today, as we speak. This is a letter that I get from my doctor. You'll see it in the papers. I'm telling you, there's newspaper reporters writing about this. I've had all kinds of requests for this document. That's what it says. Friends, this is letters dated 29th November 2011. To my patients, the Michigan Attorney General has declared the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act to be illegal. This is the perception that my doctor has. It's also probably perception that the Attorney General has. I'm not sure. Certainly he hasn't gotten there yet. But this is the perception. The Michigan Attorney General, Bill Schuette, has declared the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act to be illegal, since it is contrary to federal law, which makes possession of marijuana a crime under any circumstance. This is my doctor telling me this. He's teaching me law, the doctor is. He has instructed law enforcement officers in Michigan to arrest anyone possessing marijuana, even if they have a card. If I prescribed medical marijuana for you, I would be putting you in harm's way if you were searched by a law enforcement officer and found to be in possession of it. Likewise, I might be construed as being complicit in encouraging criminal behavior for prescribing what the Attorney General has declared to be an illegal substance. Are you getting this? For those reasons, I will not prescribe medical marijuana until this controversy is resolved. This is the guy who's written my prescription since the program began. He's written my recommendation, signed that paper without pause or delay, because he understands how important this is to my health. I will lose my medication. It's very expensive, to the tune of $1,600+ a month. This medication costs. I will lose that medication by vomiting it up without the use of medical marijuana. Nothing else works for me. I've tried everything. This is all I've got left. I'll lose that, and I'll also lose the nutrition. Look, I've lost, according to my doctor's records made yesterday, I've lost 30 pounds in the last 2 years. It's not from HIV. It's because it's lack of food and nausea. Interruption of access to this medicine. And it's going to go on. Because now if I get caught with it, if I get it the next time I go to get a card, because now I'm going to have to go to a pot doc. Let me tell you the rest. If you have, it says, for those reasons, I will not prescribe medical marijuana until this controversy is resolved. In the meantime, if you have weight loss, uncontrolled nausea, or pain related to your illness, this is an infectious disease specialist. I can prescribe for you legally marijuana, refined cannabis, in the form of Marinol. It's not actually that. It's a man-made substance. It's not refined cannabis. It's not. It's a man-made substitute for THC. And it has an effect, but it doesn't have the intended effect. I'm not looking to get messed up. I'm not looking to get stoned. I'm looking to keep my food down. I'm looking to be able to eat. That's all I want. It's a basic human function. I apologize for this circumstance, but hope, because he says Marinol, which is said to be helpful, but perhaps not as helpful as marijuana. I apologize for this circumstance, but hope you will understand the position the unprecedented act of the AG has placed us in. Sincerely, Charles P. Craig, MD. Now, Charles P. Craig is not only an MD, he's an FACP, an FIDSA, and an FCCP. Whatever those are. I don't know, but the man's an elderly gentleman. He's been around. He's educated. He's got some degrees behind his name. This is an efficient medicine for me. For the purpose I need it for, it works. It's worked for the past 10 years. And for 8 of those years, or 7 of them, I had to run around in this state. Because it happened to me before I got to this state. This happened to be in Ohio. I had to run in that state, too. Using marijuana illegally. Putting myself in harm's way. The very harm that the doctor says I'll be in if he writes me this prescription. he knows, and I know as well, that regardless of whether I have a card in the program or not, I'm going to use it because that's what keeps me alive. Wouldn't you? But here's what I'm saying. I had a bona fide doctor-patient relationship. The moment I go to one of these other guys, now I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him what I told you to ask him. Are you willing to come and testify? Are you willing to come and say how this works for me? Are you willing to take medical records and do a physical exam of me? Am I your patient doctor? If he says yes, give him your money and move along. Tell him to record that information in your chart. It's important because if it ever gets called on, they're going to deny your defense if you don't have that information available. And if he can't articulate for the court willingly that this is the deal. So that's the first striking news for me. It should be chilling to you that the Attorney General, through these little seminars, wasting your money trying to tear apart your law in the state of Michigan. And this happens this kind of thing is happening other places too. There's another story. Let me see if I can pull it up just impromptu because I didn't plan on talking about this, but it relates now that I sit back and think about it for a second. There's another story. I have to go through the listserv real quick to see where it's at. And I'm hoping I can spot it quickly. But, you know, here's one of them. You know, Mr. Bill Schuette. I'll play you a bit of the Bill Schuette Billy Bong song. It's available on iTunes now. Please go buy it. Search in iTunes for Billy Bong. Find the guy with the horns. The devilish-looking guy. And the flames in the background. It's DJ Medspliff. Find that song and download it. Please. Patients, activists, and affiliates of Michigan. This is from Americans for Safe Access. You can find them at safeaccessnow.org. We're building a class to engage in our lawsuit against Attorney General Bill Schuette's recent position on return of property in medical cannabis cases. If you or someone you know meets the following criteria, please email Lindsay at safeaccessnow.org or call our legal hotline. I'll give you the number. It's 888-929-4367. Have you had any medical marijuana, paraphernalia, or other lawfully possessed property seized by local police in the last year, whether or not you were charged with a crime? That's the first thing they want to know. Attorney General Bill Schuette is claiming that the Federal Controlled Substance Act preempts the return of property provisioning in the State of Michigan Medical Marijuana Act in his opinion number 7262. His opinion is being enforced through threats, arrests, and prosecution to law enforcement if they abide by state law and return seized marijuana, paraphernalia, or legal property used in conjunction with the use of medical marijuana. Americans for Safe Access believes that the Attorney General's opinion, number 7262, is in direct conflict with the 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution and that litigation is necessary to uphold the return of property provision in the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act. Please help us build our class and save safe access in Michigan. And then they provide a link for the Attorney General's opinion. Please do that if you're in Michigan. If you're in another state and you see this kind of thing happening there, and we'll report on this as well. If I have time during this segment, in fact, we'll just try and do this right now. Bear with me here. I'm going to have to call. I got a call from, and I'll share. I told you earlier in the program. I told you that I would tell you about some comments. I'll read you some comments. Please comment on the show. 810-423-2350. You can call and talk to me live now. If I got time, I'll squeeze you in. In the event that you haven't got, that you're not listening live, and you're listening, because we got a whole bunch of people listen to this program taped or catch it on the replay, because it streams live the next day. As soon as I'm done with this show, it'll start streaming live. It'll start looping. Back to back to back. It'll just keep going. So here we go. Messages. Renaissance City. Now, Renaissance City are the people that the Detroit song at the beginning of the video that you saw. It's really a slideshow clip with music. Renaissance City put this together. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Let us know so we can listen. Well, sorry. We already did it. I told him that we were going to play that video on the front of our show. So I'll give them a link to the replay. But it's pretty cool. That's the Detroit. I was going to end up in the face of all this late breaking news, not use the Renaissance City song. But this is the spirit of the inner core of every urban area in the United States. Detroit's just got a bigger armpit than other places. So, in going over a couple of these comments, these are comments that got on YouTube. Blackbird Marlin's a guy out in the western states. Sent me a little bit. Oh gosh, I wish I had time to play it for you. And I don't know if can you see the comments? I think you can see the comments. Look up Blackbird Marlin's comment. He sent me a little. I'm not sure. No, this is a personal message. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I could read you the contents of the personal message, but look, he sent me a little gift. He says sent you a little gift, bro. Blackbird Marlin's a singer. He's an Indian singer, and he was with a label for a while and touring with guys. This guy's really good. Look him up if you want. I believe it's Blackbird Marlin on YouTube. All one word, Blackbird Marlin. Check him out. Great player. And then he sends me this link, and this is trying to see if I'll just play a little tiny piece of it. This guy's a great guitarist. Is it going to come out? Am I going to get it? I might not be able to get it. Oh, I see why. No. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it. For some reason, it's not coming through. This is a live performance from a small Austin TV studio. And it's Wonder of Mona V. Monty Montgomery, Little Wing, acoustical instrumental. Man, that guy's a great guitar player. I'm really surprised I can't get that. I wonder why. It should come through. I don't know why. Maybe if I did this. Oh, that's not working either. I can look. I'll just because I've done it now, because it has nothing to do with the show. But he's a badass guitar player. He's one of the most awesome guitar players I've ever seen. I mean, the likes of Hendrix and stuff. This guy can bang a guitar. Man, can he play that? He can milk that instrument. It's a 10-minute video, and much of it's just him just lead guitaring. It's amazing. I'll give you a link to it later. Promise you that. Back to the comments. This is what this was about, his comments. This is about the compassionate investigational new drug program. We get a comment from Skip. It's Mary Skip. I believe Skip looks like he used to be in the military. Skip's made a few comments, mostly about Bill. He calls him Bill Essie. I don't want to swear. I don't know why, because I think the programs I'm about to put on after this program are explicit in nature. So I'm going to have to put explicit on the podcast anyways. But it says, Barry Skip says, this is Skip. He says, I hate to bug you, but do you know how I can get my hands on the passion to remove Bill Essie? That's what we call him here, Billy Bong. Thanks, and I love your show. And, the Don't Be Afraid, No Knock Raid. He loved that. He said, help me end marijuana prohibition by rating these videos, legalize cannabis. He's got the No Knock Raid video up there by Lindy. Check it out. Weed Pals sends a message. There's a new social network, weedpals.com, dedicated to medical cannabis. Check them out at weedpals.com. Ganja Creator TV sends a message. Check them out at Ganja Creator TV. They're on YouTube. It's Cannabis Cup 2011 week. Get in the mood by watching a week of videos dedicated to the Cup. This was back when the Cannabis Cup was going on in Amsterdam. The one that they raided. I'm High Videos. Check them out at I'm High Videos. They're, I think it's I'm High Videos on YouTube. He's got a bunch of stuff there. Weed Pal says some more. So we got comments coming in. A whole bunch of them. And what I'll do is I'll start packaging them up. And if you ever call the show and you get the voicemail, All the comments you leave will be comments that are available to be used on the air. We'll use them. Fusion Records TV added us. So Fusion Records TV are the people that did the Detroit video. They've added us since we've been talking to you. This is on YouTube. Usually I don't get social interaction like this on YouTube. I get it on Facebook. Now I'm getting it on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube if you go to radioweedshow.com, and it's hidden in the text. The link is hidden in the text at the very top of the front page. But it talks about our link on YouTube, and if you just hover over, go to the YouTube area here, you can see that area is a link, and then click on that link. It'll take you to the YouTube site. Let me just give you the link name. Got to go to my channel. Hang on. Is this going to not play? I'm surprised that, yeah, it's not playing. It's Big Voiceovers. So go to youtube.com/user/Big Voiceovers. That's plural. BIGVOICEOVERS. Big Voiceovers. youtube.com/user/Big Voiceovers. That's the channel. You'll find the comments there. You can leave comments there. This show appears there just like if you're watching it live, you can find all the previous shows at that location. So, are we going to be back on 1310 AM, Detroit's Progressive Talk this week? Keeping the fingers crossed that we'll be able to be over there this week. Working with advertisers, working with some additional people. God, it's so busy. I got to get off this show and go sell ads. It's the only way I can stay on over there. Hopefully that won't be a problem. So we're gonna put a photo link of the letter from the doctor's office live. We'll put that photo link up on the radioweedshow.com. Please go to that site and check it out. All the links to medical marijuana related links are on that site. All the news. A lot of local guys. We're going to start putting some national advertisers up there. You'll find some local advertising from if you go there wherever you're at in the country. And then also, I was going to tell you, this business with a store. We're putting up a web store, so that's coming up. You'll be able to purchase medical marijuana related products. These are just ways to keep the show on. I can't leave out the idea that we started the Buddy Awards. It's the first annual Buddies. Have you been nominated for a Buddy? This is going to end up being a national contest. It's starting here in Michigan. The Buddy Awards are the Medical Marijuana Achievement Awards. They're designed to promote people doing good things for our community. People, not organizations, not groups, just the people. We want to know who those people are. We want you to nominate somebody for a Buddy Award. I think it's awesome. An Emmy. Did you get an Emmy? Did you get a... I got a Buddy. Hey, I got a Buddy Award. If you're getting nominated for a Buddy Award, you'll get notified of that nomination, and you'll be invited to the ceremony. The ceremony is January 29th in Ann Arbor, Michigan, at the Clarion. There's a big event going on there. Medical marijuana-related event from Michigan Organic Solutions going on that weekend. It's a big expo, a big fair. It's going to be awesome. Certification, all kinds of stuff happening there. It's at 2900 Jackson Avenue, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 48103. That's the address. We'll be broadcasting live from that location. I've just confirmed the ability to broadcast there because we're getting lines installed there. And we're going to be broadcasting this ceremony principally. But we'll do the panel discussions and everything else, too, if we get a chance. It depends on the logistics at the time. If we coordinate it and keep our equipment there to do the panel discussions, we're going to do that. But we're going to do multiple camera coverage of the award ceremony. So if you nominate somebody, it's $25 first off to make a nomination. That's the only charge associated with anything, is the nomination process. Everything else is free. To attend it is free. Your award's free. All this stuff's free. But here's how they work. I've just nailed all this down, so I'm finalized details coming your way right now. The rules are up. I think they should be up momentarily. If Bob hasn't put them up, I've already given them to him. You'll find it at radioweedshow.com/rules. If you want to nominate somebody, go to radioweedshow.com/nominate. The link is on the front page. Just go to radioweedshow.com and click the link. It's the red link on the left-hand side. Nominate for an award. You go there, and you fill out the form about who you want to nominate. Tell us who you are. Tell us who your nominee is. and then click submit for an invoice. You're going to get a PayPal invoice for $25. Once you pay the PayPal invoice, your nomination is official. It's active. It's going up on the list. And they're going to get a certificate of nomination at the award ceremony, provided they show up. I mean, we'll send it to them if they don't. But your attendance isn't mandatory, but certainly would be apropos. You're being given. You're being nominated for an award. You might win the award. In case you win the award, you might want to be there to receive it. It's going to be a physical trophy. It's going to be iconic. You've never seen this icon before, but it's going to be known. The Buddy Award. This will be the Michigan version of the Buddy Awards. And then we'll probably do this in all the other states if we get a chance. If we get enough people involved, we'll do this in other states. And then we'll have a national Buddy Award. We'll have a award in every state that has medical marijuana, and then we'll have the National Buddy Award. So the broadcast itself is going down January 29th at 1 p.m. You can watch it live on RadioWeedShow.com. Go down and click watch the current broadcast live, and you'll see it. January 29th at 1 p.m. So we'll be broadcasting that whole weekend from that event. So that's the first thing. If you want to come down, again, 2900 Jackson Avenue, Ann Arbor. It's the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center right there off I-94 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We hope to see you there with your nominee. There's a lot of people who deserve to be nominated. For the people who rolled up their sleeves, we want to encourage more of this for next year. This isn't a competition, it's a recognition. We want to truly appreciate and recognize people. Provide some brotherly love and some good spirit, some glue for this community. So that, the people like, was it Tom? Who was that guy at the front there? I'm going to call him. Let's see if we can get some of these guys. I started to do this earlier, and I didn't. So I'm finished up with the diatribe about the awards benefit, the ceremony. Nominate somebody now. RadioWeedShow.com/nominate. So now I got to figure out who. They're going to be in recent calls, I think. I hope they are because we did this yesterday, and it's not going to. Oh, that's voicemail. Look in the wrong place. If you ever got an iPhone, it'll bug you out if you're doing the wrong thing. We connect people to the show through the iPhone. We're cheap bastards like that. Yeah, it works. Works for me tremendously. So I'm getting to the place now. It's a little further toggling, slightly further toggling. All right. We're going to call in Ken Sharkey. Ken's his real first name. Sharkey's his pseudonym. His fake name, his pen name. See if we can get him on the air. We're calling, I believe, Colorado. Is it Colorado or Nevada?
Hello?
Hey, Sharkey. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Sharkey? Oh, hang on.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Sorry about that, Sharkey. It's Steve Greene from the Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
I'm okay. We're alive on the air. Is it okay? Can we talk to you?
Absolutely.
Terrific. So tell the people, introduce yourself, Sharkey, and tell us where you are and introduce yourself to people.
Okay. Basically, wow, that's a long story.
Caught you by surprise. Look, I don't have a package it short because we're not too far off from commercial break, provided that the stupid computer's working right.
I'm in Nevada now. I've been in the cannabis industry since 36 years. I spent the last 5 or 6 years trying to get a recreation center for Prop 215 patients going in Southern California, while I was also volunteering at many dispensaries in the area trying to learn what was going on in the industry. And what I saw wasn't really pretty, but it was better than Florida or Pennsylvania where they have mandatory minimums, but not really much. I ran into more problems in a state that you were supposed to be legal than anywhere else in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And it cost me a lot. But the subject why I talked to you yesterday was Joe Grumbine, who also has been in the industry for a long time.
Now, look, Joe, now just so you know, we played Joe's video at the head end of this show.
Great. Yeah, he's been in the industry a long time, real nice guy, and he's been rated, and basically it's not, it's about some police practices and what the judges and the lawyers are all basically railroading him through kangaroo court to scare everybody in Long Beach who has a license, who has paid their dues, who pay their taxes, for some reason, they just do not want the medical cannabis industry in many counties in California, unfortunately. And the corruption between law enforcement and even the dispensary owners and the pot doctors has been a very unfortunate problem created by the prohibition and the way things are being handled by not regulating cannabis industry or the hemp industry in any proper fashion. And unfortunately, people are dying. So people are going back to the black market, taking risks. There's robberies, there's rip-offs of an herb that should be free to one and all or very inexpensive. And Joe, in fact, had several dispensaries, and they were all legal statewide. And the problem is the feds are not charging Joe. The state is charging Joe, and it's in California. It seems that if they can't get you with the state police or some kind of charge through them, they're going to go through the county by banning clubs, banning dispensaries, banning co-ops, banning anything that really has to do with cannabis at all, which is a shame because it's such a industry that if taxed and regulated in a proper way would be a boon for many, many places across the country. And Joe is a pivotal issue because of the way they're charging him and the way the court case has been treated and the way that detectives have actually been strong-arming witnesses. And it's all caught on tape. It's all on YouTube and for everybody to see. And if his case, if he is convicted and made a felon, then no dispensary owner in this country, other than maybe Colorado, will be safe. And that is why that everybody in the country needs to know what is going on from one side to the other, just so, just like drug testing itself, the medical cannabis industry won't be monopolized by the few powerful individuals, which it seems to be the way they're heading, or taking control of cannabis altogether, which will end up in basically your Marinol or Sativex while keeping home growing or trading or bartering or
the natural form
privatized, illegal,
right,
with mandatory minimums, and that would be
a travesty.
A shame.
Awful.
They're not going. Excuse me?
I say it would be a travesty. It would be awful.
I can barely hear you. Hold on a second.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I'm in the mountains, so I have really iffy reception.
That's okay. I apologize that we're bugging you. I'm hoping that we can get to you on a regular basis, Sharky.
Yeah, speak up, Steve. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm saying I'm hoping we can get to you on a regular basis, Sharky.
Excuse me?
I'm hoping we can get to you on a regular basis.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to get a better phone system going. But, yeah, I've been around the industry, and my story, my personal story is kind of like Joe's. But I came from Florida to escape when I got diagnosed with MS because of my wife and my family, who I had just married, and I did not want to endanger them. And my wife, who had nothing, never even smoked or had anything to do with the cannabis industry, she was a school teacher. I just wanted to keep them safe.
Right.
And by going to California, it actually cost me my family, and in many ways because of ignorance of prohibition and nobody being educated on the true properties of this this wonderful plant.
Listen, I know you can't hear me very well. Can you hear me now?
I can just barely.
Just barely.
Let me see if I can adjust something here.
We got seconds left during the show.
Okay. Yeah, if you just speak up, I can hear you. It comes in and out.
I'm saying we got seconds left
There
in the
you go.
show. We got seconds left in the show right now. So I just wanted to. Here's what's happened. Are the computer here?
Okay, Steve, you're fading out.
I'm fading
Let me
out.
just leave you with just
Okay.
one thing, and you can go on with the show.
Okay.
And I'll try and get back to you with a better reception.
Okay.
So, but, basic thing is Joe Groenby needs people's support, whether online on his the1humanresource.com, or you can reach him by phone. His name is listed on any of his videos. The man needs support, whether you're in California or you're across the country, even in the UK. People are supporting him. So, you know, he's in his last week. Well, they've dragged him through court for the last 3 years, spent millions of dollars to prosecute this man, and he needs, we all need to rally together. And I will tune in and see what you have to say, and I will call you back when I get a better phone.
Hey, thanks a lot. We appreciate the hookup here.
All right, Steve. Take care now.
Thanks,
Talk
Ken.
to you
All right. That's Sharky. We're going to try and reach Sharky more often. Sharky, obviously, in the western states there. They got more of this going on out there. Look, the raids are happening here, but they're happening out there too. Don't be blind to this, people. Don't go into the medical marijuana thing unknowing. I don't want to scare you out of the program. Bill Schuette does. Billy Bong does. But we got him by the short hairs on this, I believe. He wants to paint the picture the other way around, but don't you believe it. Mr. Schuette's up against the ropes here. And you're going to probably see him do some flipping and some flopping in a hardcore way. I hope so. I hope he's a smart enough man to see when he's been beat. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Unfortunately, I don't think that he, brightness aside, that's going to occur. I think you're going to see him push for the idea to take this to this, appeals court, the U.S. appeals court. He wants to take this. He wants to get it ruled in Michigan that it's unconstitutional based on federal law, or that it's it opposes with federal law, so therefore the supremacy clause rules the day. That's what he wants to get heard. The Western District hasn't said it that way. The Supreme Court's refused to hear that case. They've let it be settled case law right now. That state law and federal law are not in conflict on this issue. Mr. Schuette wants to get a ruling the other way and force the Supreme Court to have a showdown over it. It'll be like the gorillas in Manila, or whatever that fight was. It'll be like a Muhammad Ali and who was the other guy? It'll be like that big fight. Except it'll be at the Supreme Court level, and you'll see Bill Schuette and the U.S. attorney fight about this. So that's the program for today, guys. Normally there would be additional content beyond the end of this program. Unfortunately, it seems during the program it has crashed. Remember where I was like, wow, I can't play that video? I can't believe the guitar's not playing. The computer has decided not to play the sound, not to let you use the sound card right now. It's letting me do this. I can see it's working there, and I'm hoping that if this saves, we're going to leave the package of the program as it exists. I'm not going to redo it. If there's no audio, I'm going to have to start all over again. And then maybe we'll get a better connection with Sharky. So I'm patient caregiver Steve Greene signing off. Immediately following this show, even if the signal goes dead for a minute, stick around because we're going to start acting like the network that we are on the Medical Marijuana Radio Network. We're going to be carrying for you today the Normal Live Show as it aired yesterday. The Normal Live Show is put on by National Normal. It comes out of Los Angeles, California, and it's an excellent program. You'll notice some similarities, I hope. Maybe not. I'm not patterning ourselves after their show. It's completely different than ours. I think one of our commercials is patterned after one of theirs. You'll figure out which one it is. See if you can find Waldo in that puzzle. So we're going to play the Normal Live Show. We're also going to play another show. It's the John Doe Radio Show out of Chicago. We'll give you a flavor of both of those shows today as a sample of what's coming up on the program on the network. You'll hear this show every day live first, and then you'll hear another show and we'll get the regular schedule. So we're trying to get the there's the schedule lineup. We're trying to get the Hidden Stash show from Smokey Kush. I got to get these in a form that I can play easily. I don't have to monkey with them. If they can submit this in a form to me that I can play without having to do it myself every time, if I can leave this up to these guys to submit, we'll do this. So I'm trying to get this out of Smokey Kush for the Hidden Stash show over there at WTHC's 420 Radio. They're out of Muskegon, Michigan. Trying to get that show on, following this show, on a single. Now, they only come once a week. The weekly shows will piggyback on the back of some of these daily shows. So the John Doe Radio Show out of Chicago, daily show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Show out of Detroit, daily show. The Normal Live Radio Podcast out of Los Angeles, daily show. We'll see if we can hook these together. I don't know. You decide. You comment. You tell us what you like, and that's what we'll play. We'll leave the door open to other people. And let you guys program this. We'll let you drive this train that we know as RadioWeedShow.com. Here comes Ken Sharkey. Let's see if we got a better signal. Are you there, Ken?
Hey, Steve. Well, I tried to call you back to see if I could hear you. Obviously, we're having a wind, a kind of a weather pattern come through. Everything is on dish up here.
I see.
I'm going to try and grab another phone and give you a call back because I can't hear a thing.
That's okay. It might be this end, Sharky. I had to put this back together after I did the weekend show at the radio station.
I can barely hear you. Let me try and get another phone.
All right. Thanks, Sharky. We're about to sign off anyways. Okay. Poor Sharky tried to. He's up there in the mountains of Colorado trying to reach through. Can't get through to Sharky because, I don't know, might be this end. I'll have to test that line again. I tried it earlier. Well, let's just try Bob real quick. Why not? What does that say? That's weird. Getting the exclamation mark. What's crashing today? Everything's crashing. See if we can find Bobby. Robert, tell us the answers. If Robert can't hear us, we'll know that there's problems on this end. If Robert can hear us, fine. We know that it's the mountains. We're probably going to get Bob's voicemail. I just wasted your time. There you go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Cuando escuche.
Hello.
Hey, Bobby. So we're live on the air. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely. So it is this end.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm on the air, and I don't have it plugged together right.
Oh.
You just confirmed that for me. So I'll talk to you after we're back off the air. Hey, real quick, if you can understand the question, did the rules go up? Did you put the rules up?
No, you're breaking up. What'd you say?
Did you put the rules up?
No, not yet.
Okay. When you get a chance, throw those up, will you?
Yeah, I know. All right.
All right, thanks, bro. Yep. All right, that's Bobby. He programs our website. We're trying to get the rules posted. If you're going to sign up for nominate somebody for you got to have a Buddy Award. If you're going to nominate somebody for the Buddy Award, you got to have the rules to the contest. So you know what, right now the rules exist. It's just that nobody knows what they are because Bob didn't post them yet. Come on, bust out some entertainment. Bust out. Let's bust out entertainment, Bob Steckroth. So we're going to end the show and hope that it saves properly because the whole sound card thing crashed on us during the programming. We'll have to go back and fix it. Fix it, Steve. Figure it out. Get it right. And then we'll play these other shows. Today, again, immediately following the show, we're going to play the Normal Live podcast as it aired yesterday. And I guess we're not going to do the John Doe radio show. What we're going to do is a show I found out of San Bernardino, California. It's a Compassion Club show, and it airs on KCAA. Normally I was just going to let this roll and play it as a part of this original recording. I can't do that because it's not going to play for me. The sound card's crashed. So what I'm going to do is button up this show, save it, and then find those other shows and then start recording again. Oh, good Lord. How am I going to do that? I don't know. Maybe I can't do the other shows on this. Maybe I'll have to start doing that tomorrow after I fix the stupid sound card thing. It's just a reboot issue. This is modern day broadcasting. Live broadcasting works like this. It doesn't matter if you're doing it on TV or if you're doing it on the internet. If something breaks, something breaks. Something broke. This is the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.